That's Bad Ashley, ladies and gentlemen, out of Queens, New York. Very eclectic. It's kind of a fusion between punk and mid-century rock and roll. It's hard to explain exactly, not knowing anything about music. But
that was pretty good description.
But welcome to another episode of Dead Air.
Polite.
And Dead Air with your host, Brian Holtzman. Redban is here. He's going to work all the wires. I can't believe all the wires. Look at all those wires. You know, some of them just like to make it look like there's more wires than you really need.
I wish I could just get rid of these.
Today we got a great show today. I'm kind of really tickled, silly, and excited for this eclectic group right here. I've got Matt, Max, and Dylan. Band members and
what's the name of their band?
No
One Cares.
No One Cares.
No One Cares.
You should of all people, you should know that name.
No
One Cares.
Eleanor, see, this is Dead Air. I knew you just have to give me more time to answer. You know, that's all. We have
I didn't know we were
Max and Dylan and Eleanor Kerrigan, very funny in her own right, and so. Before I get to the items of interest for this week, last week I was in Las Vegas. I tried to jump out of an airplane, but the cloud cover was too low, and they canceled it on me. I was in the van. I was actually.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
I got in the
love
van.
that. I didn't know you like to do stuff like that.
I also hang out at Randy Donuts at La Cienega about 3 in the morning, just hoping that somebody drives by and shoots me. I think I have a death wish.
You could just tweet something and people will come after you.
When was the last time you jumped out of an airplane?
That would have been the first time.
Oh, shit.
And I got all the way in the van. We went all the way out to the jump strip, and they
I want to
canceled
do it. I want to do it.
Every time somebody does that, I get
Would you do it, too?
With a parachute?
Yeah.
You know, strapped to somebody else the first time. And they call it tandem.
It's tandem, yeah.
Scary.
I don't think I would do it.
Max would definitely not do it.
Well, you guys are pretty young. You got plenty of time to do it, you know, if you feel like you want to do it.
But it's like a ride. You like rides.
If I think about it, I guess you do that for a certain reason. I think you're
well,
looking
it's just
for
that
something.
you do that and you never. Well, it's better than getting a tattoo, that's for sure. But it's a cry for help of
they
some
could
kind.
both be
I think.
permanent, though.
But once you jump out of an airplane, you never have to go on a roller coaster. You never have to bungee jump. You never have to do any of that bullshit. You don't jump out of an air. You don't have to hang glide. You don't parasail. You jumped out of an airplane. You're done. You don't have to do it anymore. Max, tell us a little about yourself. State your name and occupation.
Okay.
Redban wants me to get to know the guest before I do items of interest.
Finally.
He scolded me many times on that. And Max, let's start with you, Max.
Okay.
But you're the old. Are you the older one or
Why
the
don't you
younger
let
one?
him talk,
I'm the
Brian?
older one.
No, I thought Dylan was the older one.
Oh, God.
No.
Are you sure that's not? My notes say that Dylan is the older one. Are you sure? All right, let's start with the older one first.
Okay. Well,
Max is the older
for whoever's listening right now.
All right, go ahead, Max.
My name's Max Silverstein. I'm 29 years old. I'm here with Dylan, my younger brother, who's 25 years old.
There you go.
And yeah, we're in the rock band No One Cares. I'm the drummer. Dylan sings and plays guitar.
Insane.
Oh wow, that's me.
Dude.
We were actually calling ourselves LA Rocks at the time. I think
Yeah.
it says LA Rocks on the bass drum. Then we became Still Rebel for a few years, and we finally have settled on No One Cares. We spell that with the number 1.
And is it true that your father's Barry Diamond?
Yes, that was him in the corner. You missed him.
You could actually see my dad.
Yeah, watch.
Where he's on there.
It just panned him. Because we're just watching you.
Is there any noise on here?
Max and Dylan are the sons of one of the greatest comic icons of a long time, a lot of time, Andrew Dice Clay. Is that right? Is that true?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Mr. Clay, check this out. There he is. Shit, look at that. There he is.
Damn.
Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you at the Roxy. I saw you on Melrose, 3rd Street. Remember that showcase you had?
This clip right here, this is actually from my dad's 2012 going into 2013 Showtime special,
Right.
Dice Indestructible. We filmed it in Chicago. Eleanor was there. She opened the show, and then we came on and did the music. And my dad walked out to it. And
It was insane.
great memory. That was
Such a great memory.
That was crazy.
It's cute seeing your dad in the corner like a stage dad, because that's what he is.
And it
Just
saves
so excited.
it saves money too. He probably doesn't have to pay you. It's all in the family. What are you going to charge you? You're not going to charge your father. You do it because you love him.
Yeah, that one we just that was about just being seen, and
That was a giveaway. Now
I
they
love the way that
charge.
came out.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. Filmed great,
this
though.
video?
Oh, what is this video?
This is something I clearly didn't want to do by looking at my face.
Is that a normal everyday thing? Being in Dice's videos, like, are you like, God, here I have to do this?
We're all
You know, it's
subject-
funny. Before social media ever existed, my dad was still filming himself,
Yes.
but with, video cameras, with
Right.
DV tapes and film long before, that's
What are
the
they calling the camcorders?
Yeah.
The little camcorders.
Everyone films themselves today, but he was like doing that
He was a
before it
pioneer
existed.
before
Yeah.
it.
He must have so many tapes.
We
Millions.
literally grew up doing scenes,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to. Because my dad would film all this stuff on the spot, and he'd be, okay, you say this, now you say this.
This is what I need.
And I didn't want to do it because it was like, if it didn't come out right, we had to do it again.
Was he abusive in any way?
No, it was just, it's like
Some of the Hollywood types can be pretty abusive. Like that movie, I don't want wire hangers in the closet. I don't want wire hangers in the closet. What was the name of that movie?
Mommy Dearest.
Mommy Dearest. He didn't hit you with wire hangers, did he?
no.
But they didn't have any.
No, I
Weird.
when the clothes came back from the cleaners, they removed the wire
Yes, he
hangers
got rid of them
and put them on regular hangers, wooden hangers. I do the same thing. I don't want wire hangers. Nobody, unless you're going to have somebody get an abortion, you don't need a wire
come on.
hanger. Whoa, this is just starting already. Oh my God! Thank you, Max. We're gonna move over to Dylan now.
All right.
He's younger.
Go ahead, Dylan.
What
State your name, occupation, who you are, what you are, and anything you want to just.
My name is Dylan Silverstein. I'm a musician.
Aw,
I don't really know what I'm doing.
I love
Yeah,
it.
join the
You
club.
know,
Join
like
the club,
that,
buddy.
that's
join
it,
the club.
like-
Yeah, I'm just going through life, taking every day by day and
That's-
hoping somebody offs me.
I mean,
In-
Then I'll get a
Inappropriate.
GoFund to bury me. Yeah.
okay. Okay.
We're just a couple of LA dudes trying to, figure it out.
Is this your first encounter with a mental patient?
No, I know both Brians from the Comedy Store for years now.
Heck yeah. Heck
You know?
yeah. I knew
He
I,
loved you both.
I knew you before you knew me.
You probably did know me when I was like a kid.
Yeah,
right?
when
Yeah, baby.
Dice, Mr. Clay used to bring you around the club.
It's nuts. I'm sure you have certain memories that I couldn't remember. If you saw me when I was 5, you remember that. I don't.
What are you
know?
thinking back then?
I was just a kid at the Comedy Store.
Running around, the best.
On the patio. Eleanor, tell us about you. State your name, occupation, what's going on. What do you want to share with us at the beginning of the podcast?
My name is
So-
Eleanor Joyce Kerrigan.
Joyce.
Should I put the other name in, my confirmation name?
Yes, why not?
Margaret. Eleanor Margaret. That's my name.
So
Is that
you're
exciting?
You're a Catholic?
Very.
I'm glad we had a Jehovah's Witness on too long ago. It caused a lot
Really?
of problem. A lot of
Did
problem.
he leave to knock
He
on
denied
the
it,
doors?
and then he said he was in it, then he didn't know if he wasn't in it or not. One of those not door knockers who doesn't really want to knock on doors.
You're so sick.
I do have to say congratulations to Eleanor for crushing it the other night on Bill Burr's
Oh my God,
Ringers.
thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
A lot of people
Thank
saw that.
you.
It was so funny.
My favorite was that Max, Dylan, and Andrew came to support the night we
Oh,
filmed
wow.
it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was a big deal to me. That means a lot. So
That was fun.
that was exciting.
Especially
down to
because
the
it was taped
Terragram
in
Ballroom.
Yugoslavia.
What?
Where was it taped?
What was it called?
It was over at the
Terragram.
Terragram Ballroom downtown, which is like a really beautiful theater.
It's a cool a lot of rock bands play down
Yeah.
there, right? Didn't you guys go see a band there?
Yeah.
I'll
We saw
interview
the
them.
Queens of the Stone Age.
Nice.
play
And
down there.
randomly, who came out that night?
Bill Burr. Surprisingly enough, Bill Burr opened
Isn't that
that
weird?
show.
Who are some of the other comics on your segment?
Luke Swartz works at the store. Nice
Luke?
kid.
All
he
right,
was on
Luke.
there.
I like Luke. Good for
Also,
Luke.
like Rick Ingram did his last
Right.
week. Punky Johnson's comes out February 14th with Brent Biddlecombe, and there's a bunch of us.
I think I just saw Brent Biddlecombe. Does he live in Burbank?
Brent Biddlecombe. I don't know.
Does he
I'm
have a
not
little dog?
I'm not going to give his address out. I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Does he have a little
Here's a
dog?
little dog.
Yeah.
What color is it?
I don't remember,
What?
but he has a little
Look at the
dog.
hunchback. Why would you show that?
That was him. That was him.
But now he's 80
That's great.
years old. Those ladies aren't even.
Did you like your set?
I got to be honest. I felt good about my set, and I'm going to be even more honest that like when you film things for like professional purposes, like oh, this is a big deal, you know,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of pressure. You're like you want to go out and you want to be like a pit bull and just attack the audience, and I always do that. Yeah. Oh, boy, I didn't know you brought your dog. And so you always want to attack. And your dad pulled me aside, and he was like, "Look, just go out there, take your time,
Yeah.
take a breath, bring them to you. Don't go to them.
Yeah.
Know that you're
In charge.
Yes, you're in charge. This is your show." And it was a whole bunch of comics. I was second to last, I believe, right? So
Yeah,
there was a ton
bunch.
of comics that went up. So they saw everything at that point.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, here comes another one, you know, whatever. And really, they're all just waiting for Bill Burr to come out.
Yeah.
So we used him for the audience, but we basically opened for him. And then, you know.
Guaranteed
just-
audience. That's good.
yeah,
That's a good
and
idea.
so when I came out, I was just like, "Oh yeah, take a breath, take a step back." But for some reason, the way your dad said it to me, it really stuck in my head, and I was like, and I felt confident. I've never gotten off stage and felt like I did it. Like that was a good set. Like
Yeah.
usually I get off, I'm like that's all. I got to take my life. Like
Jesus
I know it's not good to say, but we do that, right, Brian?
What's not good to say?
I didn't say that. She said it.
No, but what did she say that
I say I
upset
get
you?
off stage and I feel like I should take my life.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay to want to
See?
take your life.
We
It's
get
all
like
right.
that. We get like that. We don't mean it. We just say it like
Yeah,
we're
you
so
come off
angry.
stage, you're extremely depressed. It's not the way you wanted
Sure.
it to
Blending
feel.
You're so
suicide.
vulnerable
Yeah.
up there. You're like
I
you
feel
just
that way after this podcast every week. Well, let's get to the items of the week so we can.
Oh my God, Brian! That was it for the interview portion.
Oh no, we after the items of the week, items of interest. What am I saying? I don't even know the name
Items
of my
of
own
interest.
thing.
I mean,
This is
I don't think you realize who you have in your studio.
No, I realize that, but this time we do items of interest, and then we go back and interview.
We're going to work into it, I think.
Got it.
Okay.
Hey,
We're
look
gonna
at-
get there.
Look what I brought, Brian.
Oh wow, easy rider.
Look at that.
Is that autographed?
No, not yet. I've been trying to get you to
Oh, I'm
autograph it for
sorry.
so long.
I will autograph.
Wow, look at that! Holy cow! You get your autograph today, Redban.
I remember
Holy cow!
I got that from eBay, but maybe 10 years ago.
Adam or the
God.
actual.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't tell us about your wrestling and everything, so we'll get back into it after the items of interest.
This is so ridiculous.
This is the items of interest section of the podcast. These are items of interest that some of our listeners and perhaps the people on the show and Redban will be interested in. So I'll just start. Redban, as usual, you can stop me when it goes too long.
Okay.
And Dylan, wake him up if he falls asleep.
We all have a job here.
The conservative group of Million Moms, and these items of interest might be a little bit old because we missed last week, but I didn't want to miss the paper, miss the magazine I got.
Yeah, what magazine is this?
This is called The Week. It's a compilation of items of interest.
Now, is this last week's or this week's?
To tell you frankly, this is last week's, but some of it is not time sensitive.
And you just ripped
This
it
is
out
where
of the paper?
you
Okay.
get your
No,
news
it's my
here.
magazine. It's
Oh,
my
okay.
magazine.
This is where you get your news information.
Well, this is one of the outlets that I get my news.
Does your phone not hooked up to the internet or?
Well, it's no. I have internet service.
I didn't know magazines come stapled together like that.
Well,
no, they
after-
don't, they
after-
don't, Dylan.
that's-
That's a very
after I,
good
uh,
observation right there.
After I took it out, I put a staple on just to keep them all together.
Like homework, like a project.
Okay.
Let's get back to the dead air.
And
okay.
of course, if the items of interest don't work and the interview starts to go south, I brought the South Bay Yellow Pages so we can read some of that as well.
Oh, good. Let's see who
So-
lives over there.
The conservative group 1 Million Moms wants Burger King to cancel a commercial and watch one man. And also, I
Did you
forgot to-
highlight that?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you chime in whenever you want.
Oh, we will.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you have an opinion about any of the items of interest, just chime in. The conservative group 1 Million Moms wants Burger King to cancel a commercial in which a man says, "Damn, that tastes good," after trying the chain's meatless burger. The group says Burger King should have chosen to edit out the cuss
Damn?
word,
Oh.
which is said is extremely destructive and damaging to impressionable children.
So you think kids aren't saying "damn" these days?
I don't
Damn,
know.
Mom, give me my bottle. What do
I
you
don't
think
know.
these are saying?
These are moms who need to get a life. I
These are
guess.
moms that need a better backhand.
Something. They're not paying attention to, An Oregon woman is suing the Mormon church for informing the police that her husband was molesting their daughter. The woman, unnamed to protect her daughter, says her husband confessed to a church group to repent for his sins. A group member told police and her husband was sentenced to 15 years in prison. The woman wants $9.5 million to compensate for her husband's lost earnings, companionship, society, love, and affection. Wow.
Damn.
He must be a pretty good lover. If
This is one of the items I'm not interested in.
yeah, some of them you'll be interested in, some of them you won't be interested in. There's
This
no
is
doubt about it.
top of the list for me not being interested.
But this is a, whether you know it or not, this is a very popular segment of the show.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
Sure.
What episode is this?
I think at 11.
Because you guys just started this pretty recently.
Yeah. So we're still kind of,
Learning.
Yeah.
But this is part of the Death Squad, right?
Yeah.
That's when Brian asked me to be on this, I was really excited because I'm like,
Death Squad.
Death Squad's a big deal.
But you've
Yeah.
changed your mind since.
No, I mean I'm still excited, but it's like, oh shit, it's a big network, a lot of hype, a lot of buzz.
Max was in a very good mood coming over here today.
Very good mood.
Who drove?
I drove.
Dylan does
I
all the
usually
driving.
drive us everywhere.
Dylan's the driver.
Did you?
I'm
does
like-
Does he use his directional?
I'm the
Of
Cliff
course.
Booth to his Rick Dalton.
You don't like
There
driving?
you go.
We always joke. Yeah, we always joke. We go, we're like Once Upon a Time in
Oh, I
Hollywood.
love that
We're Rick
movie.
and
It's
Cliff.
the best.
Oh, that was the best
It's
movie.
The best, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
And a
literally.
lot of people have problems with that movie.
Well, a
which
lot
I
of
don't
people have
understand.
problems with themselves. I know.
I don't get
Do you-
how
I-
you could have a problem.
I
with
feel
that
like
movie.
women freaked out over that movie.
Women don't
Women didn't
understand.
like that.
Well,
Once Upon
they
a
freak
Time.
out whenever they see a woman getting beat up.
By the way, I'm right
No.
here, guys.
Well,
just so
no,
you
I'm
know.
not. I'm not saying Eleanor, but I
You
feel
know,
like
women don't know that.
I have to
that,
say this.
that woman deserved to get her head smashed on that table about 100 times.
They couldn't.
I mean, if
women,
any woman deserved to get her head smashed, it was that.
they couldn't
I got mad at-
accept how cool all the dudes were, and that was really the problem.
I actually love that part.
Penis envy. Penis envy.
Penis envy. You
but
might be right.
you said
might
you-
be on
I
You
wish
did
I
like
had
it.
a
I
washboard
did like-
stomach and a penis, and I could go around screwing all the girls in Hollywood. They want to screw girls in Hollywood.
Yeah, I got mad at the end. I was like, wait, what is happening? But then I was reading up on it, and they're just trying to rewrite history. Because if you know, like, I watch a lot of documentaries on that idiot. So, the second part, the other part of it, the Manson part of it. So in my head, I was like,
Helter skelter.
what the hell? Is that what happened? Like, you know what I mean? But I really thoroughly enjoyed them. Leonardo DiCaprio blowtorching them.
It was.
That made me so happy. I don't know why.
I like to look at that as a. Like that's what happened in another
Universe,
dimension.
right,
That's
exactly.
in another space in the universe, it went like that.
Sure.
There was a happy ending.
Women were more
Sure.
available. Yeah, they were more available.
But I'm saying there were all
That's-
these
you're
like
missing the
really
point.
snarky articles that came out about the movie, like like mocking Brad Pitt and Leo for being stars, and you're
In
like,
all
yeah,
honesty-
that's what they are. They're stars.
Exactly.
That's why the world loves it because they're the shit.
yeah, you
They're
want
so
them to be
fucking
like
cool.
a regular person.
And I could have watched them drive around for hours. Is that
You know,
weird? Like, I
Margot-
just enjoyed
Margot-
it.
Following the
Robbie.
announcement that the Supreme Court
Sorry.
Justice
Oh,
Ruth
she's so hot, right?
Bader Ginsburg, 86, has returned to the bench after completing
What?
treatment for patriotic cancer. I'm cancer-free.
Patriotic? Like
I'm
patriotic?
cancer-free, she said.
Was he wearing a MAGA hat? What does that mean, patriotic cancer?
Patriotic.
Patriotic
It means
cancer?
you feel real good about your cancer, I guess. I don't know. You're very...
Is this him? Oh, that's somebody. That's Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, that's...
Pancreatic. Oh, I see what you're saying.
everybody can't
Okay.
wait for her to kick the bucket, but she's hanging on there.
Who
that
is
one.
she?
She's one of the Supreme Court justices.
Oh, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or however you say it. I'm not good at politics stuff.
Yeah, we don't talk about politics on this show. I
Good,
should have
you
left that
shouldn't.
one out. Damn it.
You should have. Now, X that out.
Damn.
And write a note. No politics.
Okay, this is about
We're
super...
still on the first page?
Yeah, it goes pretty quick. After after Bud Ward, Robin from Batman and Robin, the series,
Okay.
Robin?
the original ones.
It was Robin.
Yeah, He played Robin to Adam West's Batman in the campy 1960s TV series, claimed that network officials made him take penis-reducing pills to reduce a too large bulge in his skin-tight costume.
Really?
Ward, now 74, says he complied for 3 days, and then he just
Let his nuts swell up.
used the cape to cover his bulge. That happened in high school, right? Right when the bell's gonna ring, you got a hard on, and you don't know how to get out of the classroom. You know, you got this big boner. You know, that 18, 19-year-old. Well, I was in high school when I was 27. But, you know, that hard
You only
boner.
got- you
Just
only
right
got-
before the bell's going to ring, and you go, how am I going to get this thing? Max, you don't.
Did
can
you only
identify
get?
with that, Max?
Wait a minute. Did you only get hard when the bell rang? Like I
I
don't
don't know. It
understand.
seemed to happen right when you wanted it to go away, you know? The more you thought about it, the harder it would get.
Jesus, Brian.
Jesus. This is for cat
You're
owners.
embarrassing these boys. They're adult men.
You guys got pets at home? How about you, Ellen? You don't travel too much to have a pet.
I
How about
can't.
you
I don't
guys?
have a
No, we don't have a. No.
My mom has a dog.
Right.
Yeah,
I met your mom. She's great.
Did you? You
Oh, yeah.
a long time ago. Sure.
Oh.
She has
Wait,
a
what's
little-
the name of
she's
the- it's a
little
cute dog.
A Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Right.
Timmy.
Oh, that's
Timmy,
what
that's
this
what- he's
Redban
really
Yeah, I got two Shih Tzus.
And I always feel weird saying Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, that's not right to say
No.
to
But it's
somebody.
so cute. Shih Tzu, come here, you
Speaking
little
of shit shoes,
He's
don't
got
you-
two gorgeous
Your girlfriend
little-
is Asian, isn't she?
Yeah.
She got her locked up in the closet now with this
She's in
coronavirus.
quarantine.
You know, don't
Oh,
go near her. I'm
that's
glad you
right.
didn't bring her today.
Yeah, I know.
56 million in quarantine, Brian.
All they have to do, really, all they have to do is breathe on you. I'd get rid of her.
Yeah, I put saran wrap around
For
her
a while.
face.
Wait, let's see his nuts. Or whatever it was.
Can't
Bulge.
see him.
Spolge. Pow.
I'll never watch this the same again.
Oh, he's looking at his nuts.
Look.
The
they're
joke has really come a long way since this television show, huh?
Great movie. I know you guys didn't like. I love it.
Hated that.
Yeah, I'm not
Hated
into
the fucking
Joker.
Joker.
I'm not into it.
And I got my reasons for
Exactly.
it. Yeah, I could break.
Exactly. People say, "Did you like the Joker?" The Joker to me was like an automobile accident on the freeway. You slow down, you pass, you have to look at it, and then as you pass it and go a little further, you got an uneasy, unhappy, morose feeling in your stomach. Oh, did you like it? Oh yeah, I liked watching a mental patient go around killing people. Oh yeah, I like that.
Brian, I thought it was a documentary about
I
you.
I want to say the reason I didn't like it was, okay, you take a movie like Taxi Driver, even though he ended up doing something awful, you still rooted for that character.
Right.
There was still
There
something
was no reason
redeeming.
to root for him.
Yeah, I didn't root for him
With
either.
Joker, you just
Yeah.
go, okay, he went crazy and did horrible shit. Yeah, that's awful that that's what goes on in real life, but you're just left feeling disturbed. And
Exactly.
for what?
I
For
like
what?
that.
You know, it was like 4:30 in the,
To watch
in the
this
morning when the
to
movie
watch
ended.
this dysfunctional
Did
adult.
did you ever
see
see-
him taking
What's
the
the
award?
sequel gonna be?
He's like he was
What's
like
the
a,
can't
sequel
imagine.
gonna be?
I
Him
can't
being the
imagine.
Joker.
You know, like,
Maybe. Well, what about King of Comedy? Have you ever seen that movie?
that one I love.
yeah.
Saw it a long
Like
time
that
ago.
Very
with
similar.
makeup.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
He doesn't-
Sandra
this-
Bernhardt. That was a great movie. I love that movie.
I don't remember what happens at the end though, so no spoilers.
You did not root.
Did he do something horrible, or he does?
Yeah.
This,
Okay.
this is for cat owners. After a new study found evidence that cats will eat human flesh, including its owner's corpse, if there is no food.
Cats are
So, do you really
vicious.
want to if you really want a cat eat your face off, and then you're not going to have an open casket? You really want that?
You really want an open casket?
Well, if everybody's coming, you want to see the corpse. The
Why? So you
close-
could sit up and be like, "Hey, I'm glad you came."
But it's always good to see who
You're
the
too-
party's about.
You're too
you know?
Catholic. You got to let that go.
No, there's a cat. Yeah, let me go.
They're vicious, man. I'm not a cat
Have
fan.
you guys ever heard of Stryker the cat?
No, what's that mean?
Which one was he? The thing with the thing coming out of his face, the
This
tail
is a
out of his
famous
face.
online cat.
I feel like Redban would know about Stryker.
the cat.
You know Stryker, right?
Stryker.
Really?
Look up Stryker the cat.
Let's see
Well,
this.
while you're doing that, I'm going to move on to
my god!
with new data indicating that 47
it.
point.
Look at this cat. Look at this cat.
Oh,
That looks like Mary Lynn's Rice Cubs cat. She has one of those.
3 pound
She has a
drumstick.
hey, man. Oh, I've seen these kind of cats.
Stryker doing his thing.
Listen to him.
They're
Listen to him.
growling. Yo, that's a half breed. Damn.
I wouldn't want one of those kind of cats.
My friend Dave has one.
Maybe
of
if I
those.
owned a junkyard and I needed
Yeah.
to protect it at
Mary
night.
Lynn has one of those
So
kind of cats.
there's just tons of videos of this cat eating chicken wings online.
This is like a famous
Fucking,
social
that's
media
raw.
cat.
Striker the cat.
And look what he has to put on his hand, just in case.
You've never had a cat, Brian?
No.
No way.
Well, there was one in the house once where I lived.
And they ate him. Is everything okay?
It's Al Berman. I'm not going to pick it up.
All right.
You know Al Berman.
They don't know Al Berman.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. No.
There's no way they would know Al Berman.
With new data indicating 47 is the precise age at which the average person hits his low point of his lifelong happiness curve.
Jeez.
Tom, 47.19.
Is that-
suddenly the ticking of the clock grows much louder? Also, hemorrhoids.
What is this
47.
items of interest? It's such a downer.
Well, some of them are good and some of them aren't. Eleanor.
What did you say? That guy has what? Oh, what do you
I'm
want?
sorry, you guys don't really like the format.
We love the format. Go ahead.
After helping save the species, Diego, the giant and remarkable frisky tortoise, is finally slowing down. Now more than 100 years old, Diego was shipped to San Diego Zoo, from the San Diego Zoo to the Galapagos in 1976 to help repopulate the island's threatened colonical Hikadakis.
None of those words are right.
They're
Okay.
too big. They get too big. They get too crazy. Who can pronounce CHELONOIDIS? HOODENSIS. At the time, only 14 of the massive creatures, 12 females and 2 males, lived on their native island. Diego got straight to work, fathering more than 800 offspring
Wow.
at the captive breeding program on the island of Santa Cruz. There are now some 2,000 of the giant turtles, and Diego is retiring to this island. There's a feeling of happiness, said park director Adam Eget, of returning that tortoise to his natural state.
eBay was the mastermind behind this? That's amazing. Look how pretty. Oh.
That's Chinatown. You can get those in Chinatown.
No, those have the
little cups.
coronavirus. Don't you dare get those.
You ever see those? It's fucked up. They have in Chinatown. They have those
Everything in Chinatown
like
is
little baby
fucked up.
turtles inside like a necklace, and they're still alive.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you want to keep an eye on
disgusting.
them, you know. This is one about. This is about Wolf
Well, look how pretty.
Kuka.
I can't believe I took a shower to come do this.
See, you,
Max?
I love your honesty, Max. Keep it up. This is what
I
we want.
bathed.
Clean
I
myself
prepared
up.
myself like I was
Got
actually going to
yourself
do a real
excited.
thing. I brushed my teeth.
This is real.
I flossed. And you're reading off this fucking weird paper.
Get him back.
I heard your father doesn't like when people read out loud and they don't know how to read.
That's right.
I heard
That's
it drives
right.
him crazy.
He would slice your throat.
I thought I was
And
going
he
to get
would leave
interviewed.
your-
I don't know what this is.
My best Andrew Dice clip is when he did an interview with CNN and he told that idiot.
Oh, yeah.
That is my favorite in the whole world.
I was there with him.
You were there, Al.
What the hell, you stupid?
My favorite part of the whole interview is after your dad goes, "What the? You need a fucking workout or something?" And he
Maybe
like
you can
loses
find
it.
that.
And as he's
Redban.
walking away, the guy turns and goes, "Art Carney died today."
We going to watch it?
I hope so.
I mean, it's better than the items of interest. I would.
Here it is.
A little bit about where your career has been, because you, of course, you were a headline guy.
This guy's a
And
dick.
Headline guy. You know what I mean?
For a while, you popped out. Now you're coming back. For a while, you were actually running a gym. Tell us about that.
Running a gym.
Weren't you running a gym at some
You're
point?
supposed to be a news guy. Where you getting your fucking
That's our
information?
research. You weren't.
This is ridiculous. I come on CNN, and the guy don't even know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
You at no point were you running a gym?
No, running a gym. Something. Jesus fucking Christ with these guys. I come on the news for 2 seconds and you want to say, every
All
time
right.
I do an interview, a guy wants to open his fucking mouth. Can't
All right,
even
Andrew.
do a little
Thank you
fucking
very much.
routine.
Watch.
All right.
Fucking network.
We'll go back to
Go fuck yourself. He told him to go fuck himself. Everybody wants to tell these newscasters
That's what
to fuck
I feel like
themselves.
Max wants to tell you today.
I know that's what Max is doing.
Oh, Max is okay. Max and I go way back. Max is okay. He's gonna, you live close by anyway, don't you? Don't they live in the close by?
Think of all the gas.
I gotta say something. This is kind of funny. Okay, something similar to that happened once, and it's not as famous, but my dad was doing some kind of interview in a building in New York for this Australian tour that he had coming up.
I know exactly that.
And I don't know if it was serious. I don't know what the station was, but this was going to air in Australia. So we all go up to the studio, and basically the rules are don't smoke cigarettes inside because it's 2017 or whatever, and don't curse. And he did all that. He lit up the cigarette. He was cursing.
I think it was 2014 or something.
And then we had to leave, and it was the most awkward thing ever. It got people excited in
Did
Australia.
that interview ever get released?
I think it went out. I think it
And
was live.
Australia.
We also almost got arrested in Australia for him smoking in a theater where it said this is a pristine theater. We're not no smoking of any kind. Like even when there was smoking, there was no smoking. He ripped the sign down and proceeded to smoke not only weed but cigarettes.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That was one of the 35-minute shows, which was hilarious.
Yeah, those Australia shows were quick, right?
Wolf
No, they weren't supposed to be. He was just high.
Wolf
great.
Kuka was
Wolf
3
who?
days. Wolf Cukier was 3 days into his NASA internship when the high schooler made a cosmic discovery: a planet orbiting two stars 1,300 light years from Earth. Kukla, 17, was examining star brightness data from the Destiny exoplanet survey satellite. Of course, everybody knows what that is. When he noticed the telltale shadow, he says he put 10 asterisks next to the dot, which was confirmed to be a planet nearly 7 times as massive as Earth. It is the 13th. And that's another hard word.
This segment fucking sucks, dude.
I never discovered
this
Google.
fucking
This
sucks.
is fine.
Like,
This is the only.
it sucks for me, and it's
Well,
like,
it
are we
keeps-
gonna keep doing that? Because that's like fucking.
No, just be
Stupid.
patient. It gets over. It's okay.
Because if it's the whole podcast, like I'm leaving.
that's okay. You're free to leave.
Like if
you
I don't know
can't take
if
it,
it's
Max.
a performance art thing, but it's like,
No, it's okay not to like it. I know, but
and it just goes on for minutes for people listening to this.
This is the only podcast that stays true to its name. It's Dead Air.
Max drank
Okay.
a coffee for this.
this one is a fuel
We
dump.
need more coffee.
A Delta
Wanna go
flight
get coffee?
making an emergency landing sprayed jet fuel at low altitude this week, causing minor injuries.
Max
to
had a
56
cookies and cream
people.
power bar for this.
Oh.
Many of the elementary school children, kids playing in the schoolyard, first thought they'd been splashed with a few drops of
Check
rain
my email.
before getting hit with a noxious smell so bad you couldn't breathe. The children suffered skin and lung irritation, though none required hospitalization. The Shanghai-based Boeing aircraft with 181 passengers and crew on board had experienced engine issues and turned around but needed to unload fuel to reach a safe landing weight. Yeah, you don't want to land with a
No, nobody
a lot
does.
of
Can I
fuel.
ask you a question? What is this? The free admission for the Comedy Store?
I was
Is that-
going to hand these out to Dylan and one for you.
They
in case
they
you-
get
in case you guys
Free
want to
admission
go
for
to
two.
yeah.
those aren't
World
real.
famous
I
comedy
like to,
store.
These
they
aren't
expired.
real.
I found these. They're not good.
No, they're not real. There's no way.
Yeah, they're real.
These are
I remember when they used to pass those out. Those are the things that they pass out, like if somebody complains or something happens. And
Well, maybe would you steal these out of the office?
No, I forget where I got those.
Richie give them to you?
No, I forget where I got those.
Brian,
They were all stuck together. They were.
I can see that.
They were like stuck together. It's like
I don't want to
no
know
one-
with what.
The fuel vaporizes
Can we at least
before
play
it reaches
like
the
a-
ground. But this flight and had just
A
taken off.
drum solo in the background or
and the
something?
jet propellant was released over a 5-mile swamp to the city.
Andrew
that
just put up
included
a good one of Max drumming.
a high school and 5 elementary schools.
Yeah, people love that. 5 elementary schools are
Well, if
damaged.
you have to dump fuel, it would be good to.
It fell on all those kids, right?
Yeah,
It
it fell
a bunch
on
of
school kids. They shouldn't be out there anyway. They should be in the classroom doing.
Wasn't that was
science.
here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should be doing science or arithmetic. Anything that would improve their lives, not out on the field. How many of those kids on the field are going to play professional sports?
It could be a lot. You don't know that.
Oh, come on.
You don't know
The
that.
best plays in high school couldn't even get into professional sports.
My nephew plays for the Twins.
Yes, that's quite an exception to the rule. The
But he,
average.
he had no shot, technically, in high school.
Well, he must have had a shot if he's playing
No,
professional
I mean, he's
now.
good. He's good, but there was a lot of kids that were good
And they didn't make it.
because they got fuel dumped on them.
There's a fight inside the Vatican. That Pope who retired still
Let's
won't
see,
be
who we got?
quiet.
Is that
He's
Dylan?
supposed to be
That's-
quiet.
Oh,
This
it's
was an
Kyle.
older performance.
A fight inside the Vatican took an unexpected turn this week
Use
after
your hair,
retired
Max.
Pope
Different.
demanded his name be taken off a book that is widely seen as a critique of his successor, From the Depths of Our Hearts, co-written with Cardinal Robert.
Brian, we could
Sarah.
probably stop the items of interest. No one's paying attention.
Oh, are we
No, this-
supposed to pay attention?
No.
We
I'm
got
just gonna-
bored.
I'm going to get over them, okay? This could be for the people that aren't in the studio.
Yeah, but I know.
I'm
but
not going to change the show just because the guests in the studio don't like it, okay? It's only going to be a little while. They'll go on with their lives. It's just a podcast. Who cares? I'm sure you've been bored before, Max. I mean, is there something that's so burning that you want to talk about, that you want to interrupt items of interest?
His items of interest.
Do
are
whatever you
him.
want to do.
Thank you. I mean, this is number 11. It seemed to be working okay. I don't see why I should change the format because guests don't like the fucking
No,
format.
I want you to have a good time and read.
It's performance art.
Call it whatever you want. Nobody reads today.
Nobody's listening
Maybe
either.
that's the rare.
Well, I
part
hope
of
they're
it.
not.
They're signing off
Fine. Let them sign
All
off.
right.
Why are you so combative?
because, like, what am I doing right now?
You don't have to stay if you don't want to stay.
All right. All right.
Hit it.
God bless.
All of us.
Whoever wants to go can go. Whoever wants to stay can stay. I mean, I
Wow,
don't
we
get it.
can't
You got to
all-
go, Dylan. If he's the driver, you're the driver. You got to go too.
You know what? I drove Max, so
You got to go. You got to go.
He
Don't worry about
obviously
it.
wants to
He's
go.
going to be better off going. He's not happy sitting here listening to items of interest. I don't know why he's fighting items of interest. What is it that he wants to talk about? that
He thought he was
get-
being interviewed.
he thought
Well,
it was
we'll get
gonna
to the
be
interviews
a-
after the
a
item
little
of
different
interest.
a format.
No, it's
I
too
guess he
much.
just
It's
didn't
it's
understand.
okay. I understand.
But he
I'm the
doesn't
same way.
understand. If you're reading just out of a paper and not talking to the guest, it makes him uncomfortable.
Well,
So
then,
they're not
then
used
he's
to
got to be uncomfortable at home. He can't be here if he's not comfortable. I'm the same way. If I'm not comfortable, I'll go home.
Right.
So he's not
But
comfortable.
if somebody told you to come to an interview, wouldn't you interview them? Or
Are
wouldn't
you
ex-
not comfortable either? You
No,
can
no,
leave
no.
too.
I don't. I'm
Everybody
used to-
can leave. I can read these items of interest by myself, and I'll talk to Redban.
I'm used to
I don't know. This is
anything.
no other guests have had a problem with items of interest. I don't get it. I'm doing this number 11. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a podcast. Everybody in the world has a podcast, but when I do a podcast, all of a sudden there's a problem with the podcast. It is what it is. You like it, you listen to it. You don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not going to apologize for something I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I don't want you to apologize for it. I'm trying.
Dylan,
to
you better go
explain
take him home.
Redban.
To, I'm just trying to
sorry.
explain
Good to
his
see you.
side.
I
of
thought
the
this.
story.
Love ya.
I thought this might have been a mistake. This booking, okay? It's okay.
Because
Everyone
you
have a great
can't invite
Tuesday.
somebody for
Thanks,
an
Dylan.
interview and then they expect to be
You can explain it any way you want,
interviewed.
Eleanor. You want to sit over there if you're going to stay?
Hold on, let me say bye to them. Finish the items of interest. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
It's just the fact that they're not regular people. They're Hollywood types. They got a rich, very successful father, Andrew Dice Clay. So they think that I'm reading items of interest is beneath them. He can't just sit and listen to me do my podcast. He's unhappy, and they have to leave, and they can leave. You know, I don't care. I want them to be happy, and they'll be happy when they're in the car saying that Holtzman is such an asshole. We all know Holtzman's an asshole. He's doing the best he can, okay? My God. I don't know what was so important for him that he wanted to talk about. I don't know what is it you want to talk about. That's why I like items of interest. It keeps me from talking to the guests. And at the end, we can talk to the guests. But really, the guests, if they don't have anything to say or nobody wants to hear about anything that they're saying, I'm a regular person, okay? I'm a regular person. I've always worked my life. I happen to be doing some shows at the Comedy Store, but basically I'm a regular person just like my listeners. And these people are so, not Dylan. He didn't care about items of interest. He was just having a good time.
I'll switch sides.
Can you sit over there, please?
Yes, sir. Okay, let me explain.
No, I don't want you to explain. It is what it is.
No. I know, but they're not comics. So they don't
have to be comics. That should even be better that they don't want. What does he care what's going on here?
Because you asked them to come here, so
He wants me to continually talk to him?
Yes, they assume they're
Well,
going
no,
to
I'm
be
not gonna-
interviewed about their band and promote their band. I understand Holtzmanisms, if you will.
Well-
I understand your podcast. Let's start over with the items of interest. I would have no problem. I like that you're very
This
upset.
is why people don't like people in Hollywood and show business.
But it's not Hollywood and show business. It's
Well, what is it? What would
literally-
make- what
they're
would
not
make Max-
comics. We're comics.
I haven't
we
had.
deal with silliness all the time. To them,
And
they're
I-
being ignored.
and
They
I-
were asked to come to an interview, and they're being ignored. That's their problem.
Well, I don't understand. This is just supposed to be fun.
Right. And
Even if they're not comics, anybody who comes on a podcast.
but they're fun if they're interacting, and they're not being interactive with this. They can't be interactive because they don't
I told
know.
them they could chime in at any time.
So what are they supposed to do? Make fun of it? They're not comics. They're musicians.
So then they don't say anything.
Yeah, so then they want to watch TV or
Yeah.
why do I turn and I see my ass?
All right, you tried. You got to watch who you.
I tried. Go ahead. Finish your items of
I know what
interest.
you're saying, but you have to know what I'm saying. I don't understand why people get on airplanes and sit for 5 hours. He can't sit here and just put up with items
But if
of
they
interest.
got on the airplane and they said, "Hey, you're going to fly the airplane," and they said, "Well, sit in the back and we'll get to you."
I think you're biased because they're your children.
They're not my children, but I love them like they were my
right.
children.
All right.
And yes, I'll always be biased for them.
All right, so we'll disagree. We'll agree to disagree. You think he
Well, I'm also rational, and I understand
Right.
both sides. I
Yeah.
understand yours, and I understand theirs. Absolutely. This is my favorite podcast so
about
far.
a half of the top gross. I guess Max and I are not going to say hello when we go and see each other in
Of
public.
course
again.
you will. Of course you will. He's not a child. He's not going to hold a grudge.
No, he's probably not going to think too highly of Holtzman after this today. And then, you know, what are you going to do? You can't please.
Let me
everybody.
ask you one question,
Go
because
ahead.
he is a comic. Do you think if you,
You
had,
just said it. You just said he's not. They're not comics.
No. This person I'm about to bring up is a comic. Do you think for 1 second Andrew Dice Clay would sit here and let you read fucking paper in front of him?
Well, then they can leave, just like they did.
I'm asking you a question.
It's not up to him. It's
I'm
my
asking
podcast.
you a question.
I don't know. If he wants to be a good sport and sit down and listen, if he doesn't, that's his problem. That's
He
his
wouldn't,
business.
because he would expect to be interviewed.
All right. Well, that's why we got to watch out who you book.
Yes.
You can't book people who can't just be. You can't just be. Life is very short. Can you just take a minute and be? Everything doesn't have to just be about you. It's just about being. You were here. I thought we were going to have a great podcast. This gets read, and then we talk to the guests for a little bit.
Okay.
It's obvious my low point is talking to people. So this is why I do items of interest. If I can do
This
items
is your
of,
high point?
yes.
Oh, shit.
Items of the
All right,
people,
we're going to have to work on your people skills then.
People like the items of interest. Don't they, Redban?
Yeah. I think it goes long sometimes, though.
Well, it keeps me from having to talk to these people.
But that's why we're here. If somebody books an hour out of their day to come here, they want to be talked to and
If they're-
talked about.
all right, well, they're too-
That's what a podcast
Well,
is.
it's-
You've been on the Comedy Store podcast a million times, right? And you've been my co-host. Didn't we have to talk to other people?
I talked over people,
Okay.
and I had a great time. And if I've been on podcasts, and I just show up and I do the podcast. I don't try to critique the podcast that I'm on.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, we like it if you shit on us on our podcast.
I like when people shit on me. He could have stayed all day long and made
They're
fun of me.
not like that.
Well, then this podcast.
That's not
is
who
for
they
them.
are.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize to them.
I was really.
This is your fault, Redban, for booking them. Didn't you know that they're not comics and they don't want to be
You're the one
read
that-
to? They don't want to be read to.
With Dom, I read. Yeah, nobody wants to be read to. It's not bedtime.
Yeah, nobody wants to be read to.
So you're reading to us.
All right.
All right.
About
so
half of
what's
the top
next-
grossing concert tours in North America last year were led by artists who were 60 or older.
They would have not liked this article for sure because
According to the trade they're show business types. That's
but
what
they're
it is.
young and they don't want to hear about people
Yeah, they don't want to listen.
not grossing until they're 60.
If it's not on an iPhone or on a TV set, it can't be dealt with.
True. You know the attention span is gone.
We're 60 or older. According to the trade publication Polster, the top 3 slots were held by artists in their 70s. The
Oh my
Rolling
God.
Stones, Elton John, Bob Seger.
This would kill them if they were here. Like they'd be so upset because they're young band.
I wanted to ask him
Can't
about...
make money until they're 70 years old.
I wanted to ask him about the guitar playing and the drumming. I wanted to
They
talk
would have
to-
loved that.
Well, then why couldn't they just be patient? Well, Holtzman was asking him is to be patient.
Why not do that first and this at the end?
See,
Because
you want to
then-
run. You want to run this
I'm not
podcast.
trying to run your podcast.
You're
I'm
just saying I
that
should do this next.
for comics.
You know, I don't understand. Why is this
I
such a-
love you and I love this idea. However,
Eleanor.
you have non-comics on that are.
You're trying to
musicians,
tell me how to do this podcast.
but you could have lured them in.
There's a billion podcasts. Let them go do where they feel comfortable,
I
and
think what
everybody
I'm trying
kisses
to-
their ass and talks to them and talks to them and talks to them.
How about if we do this? You know your audience. You have
I
to
don't
know
know
your audience.
anything, okay?
You have to know your audience.
I don't want to know my audience.
But you invited them. So
I am
they're
not
your
a show
audience.
business type.
You-
I am not a
I'm
show
not a
business
show
type.
business type.
I
I'm
am
a
not
comic.
a show business type.
No
That's
shit.
it. I can't believe you challenged me on my own podcast. Why you
Not
want it's
challenging
difficult
you.
when
I'm
they were
trying
here.
to explain something to you and why something didn't work. I'm trying to have a
Shut
normal
her mic.
conversation.
Shut her mic off.
You can shut any mic you want off.
I can't believe it's gotten like this, Eleanor.
I can't believe it either. I adore you, but you don't know your audience.
I can't believe you tell you who are you talking to? Holtzman, you don't know my audience. Who
No,
do you
I mean,
think
you
who
invited
don't you know who
them.
you're talking to?
You invited them.
Redban booked them. Redban booked them. Sunglasses booked them.
Hey.
Our next sponsors, Redban.
Last year was
What
the
number of
second
item
hottest
is this?
year on record, and it trailed the hottest 2016 by only a tenth of a degree Fahrenheit.
Do you believe in global warming?
There was no, it's fake. You know, it's fake. You know.
No, I'm
that's
serious.
fine.
I'm asking a question.
Of course, you know.
Well, isn't that what that article's about? You said I can interrupt.
Yeah, there was
I'm just trying to go with your format.
There were above average warming in most regions, with exceptional warming in the Arctic. European, South Africa, and Australia. The 5 past years have been the 5 warmest on record. Everybody knows that the Antarctica is melting. Everybody knows that is the air conditioner of the Earth.
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
Everybody knows it's a biosphere.
Have they've said that? I've never thought of it
You
that
know,
way.
the people that are denying climate change are people with investments. They have money. They have an agenda-based opinion about it because it means it's going to cost them money to pay for carbon releases.
Yeah.
It's all about
Unfortunately,
the dinero.
aren't
okay?
they making money on the other side of it too? And kind of not helping the environment, even though they're...
Well, you can go there too.
No, that's a real thing. I listen to Sam Tripoli a lot, so...
Oh,
tinfoil hat.
you're just really trying to get my goat today. You know, here I am trying to, and then you say something like that.
Well, I'm just saying, Tripoli,
Unbelievable.
you got to look into it, like he says.
Max had a great joke. I wanted to talk to him about his joke. He has this joke where he was working at a Best Buy and
It's one of my favorite jokes.
somebody
I know exactly
said,
what you're talking about.
held up a shoe and said, you know, this is the right shoe or whatever. I'm paraphrasing. And he said, where's the other shoe? And Max said,
It could be...
it could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. You got to admit, he was kind of impatient, huh?
Well, because he
Oh,
expected to be
I
interviewed.
just
I'm
asked
never
you a
going
question.
against them. It's never happening.
So he was very patient. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying both of them were right.
Okay. Residents of Lake Worth Beach, Florida, called 911 when they heard chilling screeches from a neighbor's house. Let me out. Let me out. Ooh, ah, let me out.
Whoa.
4 sheriff's deputies arrived to find a man calmly working on a car in the driveway who said he'd introduced them to the screamer. He promptly introduced the officers to Rambo, said the man in his 40s.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I'm misreading it. I can't. This segment usually goes really swell. I don't know why it's kind of going off.
This was her?
Oh, there's Redban. He's great.
No, what? Is this the one yelling?
Yeah. This is his 40-year-old parrot. Look at the cops. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rambo.
Like they have nothing else to do.
It's just his parrot is making that noise. It sounds like somebody's.
No.
Yeah. That's a nice color car.
Brian, is that you or the dog?
What's that? There's the dog.
There's the dog. I see him.
There it is. There's the parrot.
There he is. They should just arrest this guy for the sake of arresting him.
See how interesting the items are now?
I didn't know there was going to be video and interaction because there wasn't. You were just reading words you couldn't pronounce.
Yeah, that it happens. You know, it's okay. Everything's just okay. A Los Angeles model raised more than $500,000 for the Australian wildfire victims by offering nude selfies in exchange for proof of her $10 donation. Kaylin Ward, 20, made her self-pledge on Instagram on January 3rd under the name The Naked
I did the same thing, but I only raised $500. And it was my own thing.
Philanthropist.
Oh, this is her?
Oh
Very
my
nice
God.
of her. See? When you can use your tits for a good cause, that's amazing.
And Instagram, just an update on this. Instagram deactivated her account.
Why?
Because
they're terrorists. That's why.
Yeah, well, because she was, posting.
But they weren't public posting. They were private posting, correct?
Yeah, but I think she also posted sexual content.
Okay.
That's against their rules. Instagram's very...
$50,000.
Should we make it Instagram/porn?
See, she was posting shit like this.
$50,000.
That's not Kate Quigley?
To excited charities.
Kidding. I'm sorry, what was that, Brian?
I met her once.
I love Kate Quigley. But that's pretty close. But there's no fire coming out.
But her amazing success also had unintended consequences when her family and boyfriend saw her online pledge. My family disowned me, and the guy I like won't talk to me, she
Trying
said.
to turn me? Jesus.
But she says, fuck it, save the koalas.
Yeah, save the koalas. I paid a lot for these titties. Let's save the koalas.
Speaking of, Jim Jeffries and Joe Rogan...
Unbelievable what they
raised
did.
$160,000.
And Whitney Cummings, yeah.
Wonderful.
For Wild Waters.
And what's even more beautiful, I believe, is Joe matched it.
Yeah. It was originally like $80,000, and then Joe doubled it to $160,000.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'd like to do one for Doctors Without Borders.
That's a good one.
That's my favoriteest.
They're so nice.
I can't imagine needing an operation or emergency surgery and not having anybody to do it.
Yeah.
How frightening is that?
Yeah.
Police in Atlanta are still searching for the man who broke into a Taco Bell and on Christmas morning cooked himself a meal and then took a nap for a substantial amount of time. Surveillance footage from inside the fast food shop shows the cook climbing through the drive-through window shortly after midnight, using the fryer to prepare a meal and then curling up for a snooze.
That food makes you sleepy.
On a tile floor. Police said
Maybe he had
the
a
intruder
hangover.
was inside the restaurant for about 3 hours and left with a laptop, a tablet, and presumably a full stomach.
So other
kind of
people's,
interesting.
other people's laptop, other people's.
It's interesting in a way that most criminals or burglars will get out of the area as quick as possible.
get out of the area or make more, cause more damage. Not just use a fryer in the middle of the night.
Here's one about Larry David. Everybody knows Larry David. Larry David was a strange kind of hero. Said so and so and so and so for 20 years.
Whoa! Who's so and so and so and so?
I don't bother to read the names of who said what they're saying.
Well, then why bother reading the whole fucking thing?
There you go again.
Yeah, now I'm getting angry. Maybe it's this chair.
I don't know what it is. I've never had any
space.
guests so upset
irate
about my podcast.
I watched Danish and O'Neill, and they seem to be enjoying this the whole time. I shaved my eyeballs for this.
Co-created and played an only slightly exaggerated version of his neurotic self on HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm. Whose view is love, his willingness to speak out against life's ultra petty offenses. When you think of how much
shit
comes out,
are you afraid to say shit too?
Just to avoid hurting someone's feelings, I don't think I'm a bad guy, says David, 72.
Yeah. I like him because he's honest. He says how it really is.
Would he tell a young girl who's singing off key to give it a rest, as his TV character once did? I wouldn't do anything, he says.
He just wouldn't listen.
Would I stand there thinking, boy, I wish I could stop her? Yes. That's why there's a show.
Is everything okay? Did you get tired?
Yeah, sometimes I get tired during the items of interest.
Okay. By the way, hysterical, these first two episodes. Have you seen them?
I haven't watched the new season. Is it good?
It's good. First two episodes, really good out of the gate.
He's hard to look at, though.
I love him. I think he's great. I think more people should be like him in the show.
Oh, you don't think there's more people like... I think there's plenty of people just like him. You think we need more people like him?
To say... wait, hold on, Hitler. What are you saying?
I think there are a lot of people just go out in public just like him.
I'm saying, like, when you're in a situation, like, call it like it is. Don't placate it just to not hurt someone's feelings. Be like, nope, you're terrible. It would eliminate comics. It would eliminate podcasts. It would eliminate... Don't
trust anybody chewing gum. What are you chewing gum?
I agree. Who did I yell at for chewing? Oh, John Little. Have you had John Little on this podcast? Because you two might end the universe if we put you in the same room.
Who's John Little?
Oh, my God. He's so funny. John Little, you would love him. Want me to try to see if he can come here and save this podcast? I'm kidding.
We've had.
I mean, this episode.
We've had bad episodes in the past. I mean, some of them are good, some of them are bad. You know,
how bad have they been?
I'm not going to sweat it.
How bad have they been?
We had a couple of ladies on that didn't participate.
Did they have to take ass shots like that girl, or what?
No.
Well, what did you make them do that they didn't participate?
They didn't communicate.
They didn't like the items of interest?
Ari, if Ari's listening, maybe you could come in and save this podcast.
You might need Ari for the attention.
No, this is Ari, our Iranian friend. He lives close by as well.
Yes, I've seen him on. He was with Danish and O'Neill, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Who else has been on this podcast? Let's make that items of interest. No?
Justin Bieber revealed last week that he's been diagnosed with Lyme disease, where does he live? What, does he live in a tent?
They all live out there, don't they? Calabasas, they're all going to get it running around in the grass away from people.
Tick-transmitted illness of his sickly appearance, scolding fans for assuming he must be on meth.
He was probably trying to dry hump a deer and got bit.
And Adele is skinny now. Adele used to be overweight, and she's skinny now. Somebody saw her on vacation in the Caribbean and was so excited.
I don't see weight. I only see color, so I wouldn't notice.
And Well,
I love
sometimes
Adele, though. She can sing, huh?
She stopped eating the furniture, so she's loosened up a bit now.
So her pants are looser.
Right. Sam Rockwell is a lonely miner on the moon in a space oddity of a drama directed by David Bowie's son, Duncan Jones. This is in the
He's a
media
terrific
part.
actor. Do you like him?
I don't know. This one sounds fishy. I'm
He's
not
good.
going to go out and look at this one. You know, a lonely miner on the moon. I don't know about that.
A miner on the moon? He's not a miner. Is he the pedophile?
Who's Wakafina? Nora.
Aquafina.
Aquafina, by the way, hilarious.
She's got a new
I
show
like her.
on them.
My girlfriend.
But she's tough. I love her deep voice.
She has like a Lindsay Lohan voice.
Yeah. Look, here she is, Bri. Have you seen her? Aquafina? And where is this? The Bronx or Queens? She's funny.
Do not look, but that guy has a crack pipe and it's out right now.
Brooklyn?
I knew her like when I first heard about her.
She's been
I knew her
around a
from
long
music.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
from her music.
Okay, I didn't know her music.
I met her a few times at the.
So now she's a crossover
Ice
artist.
House. Yep.
Audience crossover is when they do more than one thing.
Yeah, but her show's
crossover.
doing great.
Yeah, I heard
her
her-
show on Comedy Central is doing great. Can you have clips from her show?
Sure.
Look how cute she is.
You want to know what's the show called?
Aquafina, I think. Comedy Central? Yeah.
From Queens. Yeah.
Queens. I knew it was over there. One of the boroughs. Are you worried about this next item of interest?
I don't know.
What was the item of interest for her?
I was going to talk about her new show on Comedy Central.
And what does it say? Good or bad?
It's a good moment to be Aquafina. Last week's winner of the Golden Globes for Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical is now rolling out a rankus new series based on her own not-so-glamorous past as an underemployed 20-something in Forest Hills, Queens. The star of The Farewell and sometimes rapper plays herself, born Norma Loom, L-U-M, as a hard-up millennium who still lives with her father and
Millennium?
foul-mouthed grandmother, B.D. Wong.
Great.
Saturday Night Live's Bo and Yang, and hilarious. Oh, that's another word with like 26 letters.
She's great, that lady. She was in Orange is the New Black, remember? Look at him,
It
Brian.
looks like a good show.
It looks really funny. Because what I like is the authenticity of, like, in the house. Like, if I was shooting in Philly, I'd want it in a row home. No bullshit.
Right.
You know, like a real row home.
So it feels like a house.
Yeah. But it looks like they did just
Yeah,
that.
it seems like they did.
Yeah.
Kind of like what's that show on Comedy Central? The Workaholics. They used to film in a house.
Oh, okay.
Real house.
She is cute.
She looks like Janice.
You really like it. That's why you like her. Put your pants back on, Redban. All right, what's happening now? Now you're just reading?
I'm picking out what I'm going to read next.
You're finding the riveting ones?
It's a good thing I brought the phone book. We may need that.
We may
next.
need the phone book. How long does this podcast go?
Till all the guests leave.
That would be an amazing. Just do it until you piss them off. Because I think if you did have Dice, you could get him out of here faster than the CNN guy got him out. And that was literally within 3 minutes. I'll never forget when he first cursed on CNN, and me and Happy Face were standing watching the interview, and all we saw, like, here's the first curse. You see him say fuck, and then you just see this, like, this is a, what is that called? Cubicle? You just see the... Everybody looking like, what the fuck?
Did he get fined for that, or
No, we ran out. He goes, come on, let's go. We got to get out of here. He thought he was going to get arrested. It's CNN.
Yeah.
And it was, I wasn't a comic. We were dating. So
Where did he get the idea that he owned a gym at?
I have no idea, but I'll tell you, like behind the scenes of that, we were sitting. He was getting his makeup done, and the guy came over. He goes, "Hey, you went to blah 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 school in Brooklyn?" And Andrew was like, "Oh yeah," and it was like a Hebrew school, like that he had to go to, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and the guy goes, "Oh okay," and he just walked away. We had no idea who that guy was. And then he wound up being the guy who interviewed us.
Oh, wow.
He did get fired, that guy.
Oh, he did?
I don't think for that, for other shit, or maybe that was like the ice.
Being an idiot.
Yeah. But he was filling in for somebody. So he was definitely just not a Dice fan going, I'm going to fuck over Dice.
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
And then Dice said, fuck you. All day. What's up next, Holtzman? We should get back to you.
Well, this is a good one. We're doing the obituaries now.
Oh, good. Hope I'm in there.
This is about Buck Henry.
Buck Henry?
For years, Buck Henry was an unknown, if often overlooked face in comedy. He created the TV spy spoof Get Smart with Mel Brooks in 1965 and hosted Saturday Night Live 10 times, playing creepy babysitter Uncle Roy and the foil to John Belushi's Samurai. Henry wrote dozens of screenplays that were stamped with his funny sensibility, including the 1972 Barbra Streisand What's Up, Doc? And 1995's To Die For, which starred Nicole Kidman as a murderous TV weather girl.
That was such a good movie. Have you ever seen it?
I haven't seen that one.
Really good. One. Really sick. Really dark. I liked it. Matt Dillon was in it, I think.
That's right.
But his 2 Oscar nominations for more profound work as co-director of 1978 Afterlife comedy Heaven Can Wait and lead writer on The Graduate, adapted from Charles Webb's novel. Henry wrote the famous scene in which Benjamin, the aimless graduate played by Dustin Hoffman, is offered one word of career advice by a friend of his parents: plastics. That advice, says Henry, summed up a kind of coming together of the silly conservatism closing effort of one generation to talk to another. 90 years old. Wow. Harry was born in New York City to a stockbroker father and a mother who starred in silent films.
Oh, wow.
He mixed with his parents' celebrity friends, including Howard Hughes and Humphrey Bogart, but was especially fascinated by the Hollywood comedy writers of their acquaintances. After graduating from Dartmouth College and serving a stint in the Army, Harry became a spokesman for the Society for the Indecency to Naked Animals, a hoax dreamed up by serial prankster Alan A. Bell. Walter Cronkite seethed for years after interviewing Henry on CBS Evening News about why a nude horse is a rude horse. So I guess he fooled him, and he fooled him. He fooled him.
Yeah.
The exposure helped Harry and land writing jobs
amazing.
For TV variety programs and appearances on was the week that was, a satirical news show in Washington. His Hollywood career took off when he attended a podcast with Dead Air with Brian Holtzman.
That's what killed him, I think.
Henry,
you were reading to him and he died.
Henry often gave himself bit parts in the movies he wrote, such as condensing hotel clerk, condescending hotel clerk in The Graduate. So he was the hotel clerk in The Graduate. That was
oh wow!
He stole that scene. About that. He looked up and he was really
creepy.
Yeah, he wasn't friendly. He wasn't friendly at all. Remember that, Brian?
Yeah.
If any of our listeners haven't seen The Graduate, I think you'd enjoy it.
What's one of your favorite movies of all time?
It's a mad, 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 mad world.
Ooh,
Death Race 2000. Harold and Maude.
Excellent.
Harold and Maude's great.
Excellent.
The one with the bank robbery.
Of course.
Pacino when he robs the bank.
Yeah.
The acting is like
unbelievable, especially his wife when he's like, "Wait, you're on TV," and he keeps pulling his. Like he's covering his breast. Oh, and it's phenomenal.
All the people in the bank, employees.
So good.
The cops.
One was better than the next.
The cops were great.
The pizza guy. I mean, you remember every single person
Right.
in
They all
the
popped.
movie.
It gives me the chills talking
it's
about it.
so good. Literally, I could watch Dog Day Afternoon on repeat. They think I'm gay. They think I'm gay. Remember when what's his name? Fredo, Sal. It was like they said it on the TV. You got to tell him I'm not gay. He's like, it's okay, Sal. It's okay. So good.
God, it was a good movie.
You know, he has only done Fredo. What's his real name? I can't think of it. He was married to Meryl Streep.
He was in The Godfather.
He did 3 movies.
All killers.
He died of cancer, and he was unbelievable. He was married to Meryl Streep.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's. Here's the clerk.
Let's see.
The clerk.
Hey, look at him. Can you imagine if Charles Grodin got that part and he didn't because he was up for it?
There's Buck Henry.
Ew.
A room. I'd like a room, please.
Single room or a double?
A single, just for myself, please.
Just sign the register, please.
That's Buck Henry.
Yeah, I remember him mostly from Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Anything wrong, sir?
What? No, nothing.
I put the wrong name.
Such a great movie, yeah.
That's when you could get away with shit back in the day. No, not that name.
This is the movie that broke him, right?
Yes, but Grodin was up for it.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's in the car. It's out there in the car.
Very good, sir. I'll have a porter bring it in.
It's so good.
I'll have a porter show you the room.
Oh, well, actually, I just as soon find it myself. I just have a toothbrush to carry up, and I can handle it myself.
Whatever you say, sir.
I just have a toothbrush to carry up.
Mrs. Robinson. Oh.
There I am.
There you are.
Yeah, what was his name again? I can't think of it.
In the movie or?
No, not Buck Henry. The guy from Dog Day Afternoon. Shit. It's going to drive me crazy if I don't know it.
Oh,
Fredo. Like all his characters' names are coming up, but not.
Yeah, Hoffman.
No. No, I can't believe I'm typing on your thing. Go ahead, Brian. Read the next item of interest.
Stay with us, audience.
Yeah, if you haven't left already and or left the universe.
Now, this is a woman who made a lot of money. I don't know if I'm going to read this one, but she was a mental patient who wrote books about her mental illness, and she just made a lot of money. Elizabeth Wurtzel.
Elizabeth what? Wurtzel?
She looks like one of those Muppet.
Elizabeth Wurtzel. What did she do?
She was mentally ill, and she made a lot of money by writing books about her mental illness.
Well, you can see it in her eyes.
I know,
poor
she has
thing.
that Muppet face.
And,
Yeah.
maybe that's what made her
But
crazy.
her eyes are like, almost like an Instagram filter where you can make your eyes googly,
yeah.
like if you're on LSD. And no offense, God bless you for making something out of what you are.
I'll just read the first.
Or Janice from the Muppets. Okay.
I'll just read the first part because
Dude, she was like my favorite. That's Adrian, my old
Depression-
waitress.
for this woman, Elizabeth, depression was a source of both agonizing pain and considerable profit. Her best-selling 1994 memoir, Prozac Nation, made her Generation X icon
Look at
at
her
age
tonsils.
27. 27, and helped usher in an era of unpairing confessional writing. The book was eye-poppingly candid, describing slashing her legs with razor blades at age 11. Well, she started out young. It's good to
It
start
is
out
annoying
young.
to shave your legs. So I would get mad too.
I
Fuck
know.
that.
Imagine that if you had to shave your
Every
legs.
fucking
Redban.
day. It's gross.
It's enough to have to shave your face. You
Yeah.
got to shave your legs. I mean,
It's too much.
and your armpits.
And your Twitter.
Oh my God! No wonder women are crazy.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine shaving the lips of your Twitter? to.
Your Twitter?
I'm trying to keep it clean, Redban. Now that the kids left, I can speak freely
You can
because
talk
of
a
you.
little dirty if you want to.
Because Brian scared off my children.
No, they wanted to go. I wanted him to.
No, they
I
wanted to be interviewed.
I know they did. But I didn't want Max to be upset.
Did you get your Johnson cut off?
I
can't touch it.
Touch one of the hairs on it.
No, it looks like it was in someone.
Now we lost, and I wanted to talk to Max about the drummer too.
Is this Bobbitt's?
You know, I wanted to talk to Max about the drummer that passed away from Rush. I had a lot of things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, well, Brian, that's the whole thing. You should have talked to him about it. He would have got into it.
I would have.
I can't think of the drummer's name right now. It's really annoying.
I have it right here. His name was Neil Peart.
Neil Peart.
And you know, my drum
Brilliant.
set had one big drum, one snare
And you know what you
drum.
could have talked to about Dylan went to see a Buddy Rich band with Buddy Rich's daughter, Kathy Rich, just the other day.
Maybe they'll come back next
and
week.
Dice sat in. No, they're not going to come back.
Maybe they'll come back next week.
Those are guests you lost. When No One Cares becomes really big, they're going to be like, don't play our music.
Well, it won't be the first time that I lost out. That's okay.
This is amazing. I'm glad I was here to witness it.
Neil, well, I was...
Because I've never witnessed you really ruin anything.
No,
That's me being sarcastic, Brian. I'm being sarcastic.
Any one of us could have played the drums as well as this gentleman. Look at all the drums he has.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I had one drum, I had one snare drum, and I had a cymbal. He's got like 65
That's what he started
drums.
with. This is years later after he's
No, but
established.
anybody could have played the... Look at all the drums. Look at all those drums. I mean, anybody could be a great
now
drummer.
I'm going to make Max and Dylan come back just to beat you up.
Look at all those drums.
That's ridiculous.
Come on.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've
It'd be
ever
hard
heard.
not to be able to play the drums with all that drum.
Sure,
Look
you
at all
can
that.
hit them, but can you make rhythm out of them?
Oh, yeah. You
Have
can't
you
miss.
seen that little black
You
girl?
can't miss.
Have you seen that little black girl?
You just hit the drum and you
Can't
hit
miss.
another one.
You're
and
an
it just
idiot.
keeps going and going.
Redban, put that little black girl up. She's phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
They've been playing her everywhere.
1, 2,
I can't
3,
think of her
4,
name.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 64 drums. I mean,
Yeah, so it would just sound like clunk, 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 clunk if you did it.
All right.
You don't hit things in sync.
This gentleman might have inspired more air drumming than any other Sticksman in history
That's
as the
true.
rhythmic force behind the Canadian rock trio Rush.
Look at this little girl. Look at her little kit. Look at that little kit. She's killer.
How
this
old is she?
kid.
She's like really young too.
Yeah.
Right?
No, she looks young. She's probably in her 30s. That they make them look young now just so they can get the younger
Dude, she's phenomenal. But her hammer, her double bass is phenomenal. They're like, whoa, look at that.
So, Eleanor, tell us about. Let's interview you now.
Oh, good. Let me stop looking on Facebook then. I'm just kidding.
Go ahead. Tell us what you want to tell us.
I don't have anything to tell. I was excited to talk about Max and Dylan and to help you interview them because I
sorry.
know a little bit more about them. But that didn't work out, and I feel bad that it didn't work out.
I feel bad
but
too. It's never happened
but they
before on this
definitely,
podcast. We had guests leave.
they definitely wanted to be interviewed and talked about. And oh, there I am. Look at that, getting eaten out on TV. Oh Jesus, Brian.
Oh,
Joe Rogan was there for that.
Yeah.
Watch.
Why didn't-
Look. I throw the mic. What a twat.
Why weren't you in that? Did you try out for that Glow show? You would be great.
I know. I love it. And I love it too. As soon as a part comes up, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's
I
a
love
really
it.
good show. It's got.
No, I adore it.
It's pretty amazing how
Yeah.
where they've taken it.
And
too.
I introduced Mark Maron, who's terrific on the show, to David McLean, who's doing the announcing right now. But he also he started Glow,
Okay.
and then he sold the rights, And that's my favorite, the sunset flip. Look at that, Brian. I tried to get
Oh man.
I tried to get Andrew to bring Max and Dylan, and he goes, "I'm not going there. You're gonna hurt your women parts."
How are you gonna hurt?
That's Selena Majors. She's absolutely brilliant. You know, I do commentary for WoW now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, let me rephrase that. They got picked up by Fuse TV. Is that right? Fuse channel. And once they got picked up, I think I only did the first season. I didn't do the second two.
Oh.
Because I was on the road so much, and it just didn't work out. And then we filmed that Bill Burr thing when they were filming in April, and I was pick and choose your battles. So, but I absolutely adore all the girls that are. Look how skinny I got. I was so skinny. They were like, "You're anorexic."
That's before you did comedy, right? You were just a
Oh,
waitress.
way before I
yeah,
did
you were just a
comedy,
waitress at the comedy store.
They were like, "What? You can't be this skinny." I'm like, "Dude, you got me wrestling for 3 hours in jeans.
Right.
What do you think's gonna happen?"
Don't you wish they had those stretchy jeans back then?
Yeah, right. Those Lee jeans were not good. Look. Oh, here comes Thug. These two trained us. These two are the best.
Boom.
Peggy Lee Leather,
Boom.
a.k.a. Thug, Selena.
I like when the referee gets knocked down. I love that when that happens.
Yeah. Unfortunately, is that Josh? Let me see. I can't see him. I think it is. Josh was a terrific wrestler, but unfortunately he killed himself.
I want to do a shout out to Jessie in Canada.
Look, I'm dead. She got me.
Jessie, are you out there?
Jesse?
And Ben Jones from Perth, Australia, Western Australia.
I've been to Perth.
I
killer.
hope you're not in any of the dangers of the fires. So,
Well, they've had so much rain. I think they're doing okay
I
now.
think it's good now.
Luckily,
is it out now?
Yeah, it's raining so much that it's actually like
They're flooding.
no, like you could see the green coming back. You know, like you notice in Calabasas, like Rick put a picture up. And Rogan did it too, but it was like a picture of a hill, a mountainside that was like burnt, and they put before and after, and it was so bad. And then it was like a month later, because we had so much rain, that it was all green again.
Yeah, look at the rain.
Like, wow, look how...
12th and Wolf.
That's me. Who said that?
I got some notes, yeah.
Who told you about that?
I do research on my guests.
Well, what do you have on Max and Dylan?
Well, I had so much to ask them. I really did. I really did.
12th and Wolf is a street corner I hung out on in Philadelphia, South Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You used to make a lot of money on that corner.
I wish. I wish. I should have started hooking at an early age. The guy I was in love with, we were making out, and he kept going to feel my breast, and I was 14 and he was 16, and then I would push his hands because I was embarrassed that I wasn't like developed. I didn't know they were going to stay like that, and then I thought I was going to move on. And then I like pushed his hand, and then he would go for my hiney. I was like, oh no! Like I was so embarrassed because not embarrassed, but nervous that my brothers would find out, because I have 6 brothers, and they were always driving by the corner to see what I was doing, because my parents split up, so somebody had to watch us, and I was so scared that I was going to get caught. And then he never wanted anything to do with me again, and he got my best friend pregnant.
Oh God.
Where is he now?
Dead. 2 in the back of the head. God bless him.
Jeez.
It's a mobster. I love mobsters. Yeah.
What about this Lizzo? Lizzo.
Yeah. Oh, this is Philadelphia. That's the Q. Lizzo. That's not Lizzo. That's the Q in Philadelphia. Oh, I don't want to watch myself. How about if we Google the guy I was in love with? Want to? This is a little scary, but...
What's his name?
Johnny Gongs.
Johnny...
Gongs. Gongs.
Oh, shit.
That's him. That one. Delicious. There he is.
What is he doing now?
He's dead.
Dead?
Real name is Johnny Casasanto.
What happened to him?
He got shot 2 bullets in the back of the head, she said.
In his
Oh,
house.
that's the one?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
This bad. I don't want to look at Nicodemus.
What did he do wrong
There he is.
for them to do that to him?
He got involved with some bad people, and
then did he steal money? Usually,
it's none of my business what he did, Brian. I'm not going to get involved. I don't know who did anything. I just know he was the sexiest man alive to me. And my mother thought I made him up until he was on the news that he got arrested. And she was like, "That's a real person?" Oops.
They talk about him on here, I guess.
Yeah, killed him in his own house and probably let his killer into the house. That's one of the bizarre.
When I tell you I have good taste in men.
Wow, jeez.
How old were you?
Delicious.
How old were you when that happened to him?
Unfortunately, I was in Los Angeles. I was 20-something years. I was dating Andrew because we had a big fight over it because I was crying. And he didn't understand that when it was the love of my life. You know when you're in high school and you have the love of your life? That was it. Wow. Hence the reason I had to leave Philadelphia. I have bad taste. Because I would have married him and had 20 kids with him. But he wanted girls that put out. And then he was in jail for a while, and I used to write to him a lot. And when I moved in with my first ex-fiance, I got a letter back from Johnny from prison. And he goes, "Did we just get a letter from prison?" And I'm like, "That's mine." Oops.
You come from 10, right?
There's 1 to 10. Yeah, I'm number 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There was only 3 in Johnny's. I know everything about Johnny. The love. He's so cute. Is there any pictures of him? Say, whoa, that's Nicodemo. That's him. Look how cute he is, right? No, this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Look how cute. Oh, he's so sexy. Ew. Oh, not Joey. Disgraziato. There he is. Delicious.
So this is just like the movie.
Gorgeous man. God rest his soul. Hope he's in a better place.
Oh, my.
I just thought, why don't we bring the podcast down even lower?
I'll read the first bit of this one. This is Lizzo's. What is
Lizzo.
it? Lizzo.
Why are you adding extra syllables? I don't understand. Lizzo.
Oh. The pop star Lizzo is beloved for both her music and her pride in her plus-size body, said so-and-so and so-and-so.
She really is prideful. I got to be honest. Like, I'm nervous that my stomach's hanging out in this Easy Rider poster. And she's just like, I don't care. And I love that. I love that.
But the fitness guru,
look at that.
Jillian Michaels.
And she looks sexy. Jillian Michaels said what?
Lizzo is just another overweight woman who should be working on slimming down rather than preaching body positivity. Why are we celebrating her body? Asked Michaels in a cringe-worthy interview on BuzzFeed News online morning program, because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes.
True. She probably already is diabetic.
Her words triggered a fierce backlash from Lizzo fans and others who do not share Michael's phobias of those who live in large bodies. Why define a talented artist by her body and intrude into her life by telling her to drop pounds? Lizzo is inspiring others who look the way she does to get out into the world and share their magic. I agree with that. Rather than hiding at home, dieting in an effort to look like workout queen Michaels.
I agree. But my thing is this: there are healthy big people. Like both my parents are diabetic, so I have to get tested all the time because I was pre-diabetic. My numbers were very high about 5 years ago because I do eat a lot of sugar, like tons. Bad. To the point where I had a lump in my throat. My friend was doing my makeup and she goes, "What is that?" And I go, "Leave it alone. It's my Adam's apple." I was joking.
Right.
And then she goes, "No, you really have a lump." And I had to go get it checked. It was sugar on the back of my tongue.
What?
Yes.
Like it made like a cyst?
It made like a ball because we thought it was
a sugar
cyst.
ball.
Yeah.
Like Joey Diaz used to have that little lump on his throat.
Fucking crazy.
That's my lump. Leave my lump alone.
His was cocaine. Leave it alone, cocksucker. It's there for safekeeping. No, but they did an ultrasound. They did everything, checked it out. It was fine. It was, not a whatever cyst. It went away. And that was that. But she could be a healthy, heavy girl. There's a such thing as that. So let Jillian bounce around and work out and do whatever the fuck she wants. She's gonna die too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wisdom and wit. It's better to scream silence in the real. It's better to scream. Silence is the real crime against humanity.
I'd like to scream right now. I got to be honest, like for help.
Not all those. Well, it's the problem. People,
There's only 11 items of interest. We're on what number?
I guess I'm on another wavelength. I'm just on another wavelength. When you get, I'm just. One time I went to New York and I took changed planes and took my time, and I was at the airport. I think it was in Philadelphia or at 2 and some god awful hour, and it was just great to just be, to watch people coming to work in the morning and just not being in a rush going anywhere.
Yeah, I love going to the airport early for that same reason. Why stress out? I used to always just by the get there like 10 minutes before the flight leaves, and I used to always be stressed out. Now I go 2 hours early, might have some food, just hang out and chill.
I try to do that more often now because I travel a lot more. But when I didn't travel a lot more, I for sure would be like, oh, I don't want to sit. And I do hate sitting at the airport, but when I have long whatever, I just don't want to be.
The airports have gotten so much better lately that
Where
it's like
not LAX.
Well,
LAX is ridiculous. They got to blow that up and start over. No.
Yeah.
I think they let Stevie Wonder design that thing. That's not good.
The escalators
Everything's
don't work.
off.
Everything. The elevators aren't working. Just getting in there doesn't. Have you tried the new thing where you go to get the Uber?
You mean leaving out of Burbank or leaving out of LA? Yeah, I know.
You get in the bus and then they take you to the.
Yeah, I've done it. I had to do it twice with the fucking.
Has it gotten better?
No,
no.
It's still terrible. You're still waiting. You're like, excuse me, where do I? But the sign's down there. I'm like, bitch. You know this is fucked up. Don't look at me like it's not fucked up. God. I had a fight with a lady in Philadelphia because I didn't know this, but in Philadelphia, they opened the TSA an hour and a half before the first flight of the day. Are you out of your fucking mind? I went to get in line for my 5:50 flight, and it was basically back at my mother's house, the fucking line.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I was pissed, right? So then some girl was like, hey, I'll save your spot. You should go ask because your flight's coming up. And I run up to the thing, and she goes, you got to go to the back of the line. She's waving her fucking long nails in my face. And I was like, bitch, I will knock you the fuck out. I go, we're from the same neighborhood, bitch. Don't talk to me like that. And then some other guy came over. He goes, no, that's all right. You go make your flight. She goes, you gonna make it. You gonna make your flight. Get back in line. But she didn't know I had a fucking somebody holding my spot. So me getting back in line would be all the way to the back. And there's no way I would have made that fucking flight. And when I walked past her, I just gave her a look like, you are so fucking lucky that there's cameras and fucking guards in here, bitch. Because if we were in just a neighborhood, you'd be gone. Mm-hmm.
Not all those who wander are lost.
There we go.
Not all those who wander are lost.
I know I am.
You are only as sick as your secrets. Oh, I've heard that one before. Science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great one.
Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence.
444.
Oh, that one.
It's good luck. I don't know.
That's a good one. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence.
Education, that's what's wrong with me? Because I lose it.
There is a time to battle against nature and a time to obey her. True wisdom lies in making the right choice. Wow.
God, do I wish I was Johnny right now.
If a woman never lets herself go, how will she ever know how far she might have gotten? Wow. These were good today. These were real good today.
Those are great. It's a shame there's not more of an audience to hear them, meaning in the studio.
And this is the last one. I was hoping Max would have liked this one. This is a Panama 8-day tour for $1,295. Rainforest, beaches, and Panama Canal cruise.
And I'm sorry, why do you think Max would like that?
He'd probably kill me.
I probably, at this point, I might help him. Jesus Christ. This is brutal. I'm so hungry.
While you over the last week, I watched an old interview with you with Dom Herrera and Jamie Masada at the Laugh Factory.
Oh.
And I could just why does Dom? I'm glad. I don't think he has Jamie on the podcast anymore, but that was very uncomfortable.
Somebody he said he got multiple. Dom said he got multiple people writing in saying, "Hey, you got to get rid of that Mexican guy."
But it was very funny watching your react. If you haven't watched this, I highly recommend it. It's on YouTube.
That was a hatchet job.
Yeah.
Listen, mine was pretty bad too, but I was an extra in mine as well.
All Dom did is bring up all the negativity he could muster.
And what did Jamie do? Not talking to the microphone the entire time.
Yeah, Jamie was
look at you, Holtz.
trying to get him to change his act at one point. Just dumb stuff. It was.
Look, we can't change Holtzman. He's who he is. He's always going to do these items of interest, and he's going to do what he does.
But knowing you and watching this interview, I thought it was hilarious because
he tried to get my goat, and I kept my composure the whole time because
you know why?
I knew he was going to try to just it was all negative. It was all negative, Pete. The whole time.
He actually went on. Every time he went on, he was really on the point, and he killed. And sometimes he goes on, he is in bad mood.
See what I mean? It's a complete
No, he
hatchet
loves
job.
that.
And Dom
I
Herrera
think he's being genuine.
Dom Herrera is the one that told Jamie Masada that don't trust Holtzman.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't trust Holtzman?
to work in clubs, stuff like that. So
Oh.
it's great when successful comics try to keep you down. It's a great feeling,
Well, it was great. Like a year or so, 2 years ago, I used to book you and Rogan over at the Laugh Factory. Remember that?
Yeah, we did a few shows over there.
A couple of those shows. Those were great with Brody.
I remember those. Yeah. What was that called? What was?
I think I called it just a secret show or something.
Secret show. Yeah. Okay, I do remember you doing them there and being like, "Really?"
Yeah, I was trying to think like who normally doesn't play the Laugh Factory. Holtzman, Brody.
I think Don Barris was on one.
Yeah,
Don Barris. I don't think I've ever seen him outside of the Comedy Store. Well, maybe like a random place, but not like a club.
Yeah.
So, Eleanor,
performing, I mean.
Do you want to?
Read the yellow pages? No, I want to go eat.
What do you mean? No. What do they call it when you
promote?
You want to promote something?
Yeah, I want to promote my new morose podcast. It's called Dead Air. This is where we're just all dead on the podcast. Is that cool?
No, I just got my feelings hurt. I apologize.
Well, I don't. But he got his feelings hurt too. So it's like,
of course,
you're right. Nobody has patience to sit and listen, but they also didn't know that's what they were signing up for. See, I already knew about the items of interest, so I knew this was going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think one thing that they might have didn't think about is that a lot of podcasts are not interviews. It's just like hanging out on a podcast.
Right, and they're not used to that.
Items of interest, we'll look some stuff up, maybe talk about.
We're going to fuck around. We're going to talk around. Like in my heart, I was like, I'll go, but I'm like nervous because I don't really talk like I talk in front of Max and Dylan. You know what I mean? Like sometimes a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I try to be a better example in front of them.
And I want to apologize to Max and Dylan too for.
So I mean, maybe we should have just explained it more to them.
Maybe we should. It's my fault.
I could have said something too. I knew about the items of interest. I mean, I know what it entails. Right. That he's going to be reading and not technically, because with Danish and O'Neill, they didn't get interviewed.
Right.
I don't think. Did they? Brian, are you okay?
At the end, we
at the end, you asked them one question each.
A couple of things, just not too much. We ran out of time.
Well, they wanted to promote their band, which is No One Cares. If you look them up, they have some really good stuff.
Check it out. Yeah, very, very. They rock.
They kill.
Oh, they're great. I saw them at the Roxy. I saw them twice. Remember?
Yeah.
At the Roxy.
Yep.
And it's just a lot.
What was
of
the other place?
sound.
Was it on Pico or was it on Melrose? You might be right. There was one
3rd
like
Street or Melrose.
one of those down there. Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember being there.
And we were dancing, and just a lot of sound. He's a great drummer, and Dylan is vocals and guitarist, lead
He
guitar.
writes everything too. He also can play drums. Like he's ridiculous.
It reminds me of Rush. All that sound coming out of just two
kids,
musicians.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Dylan was about 10, he asked for a guitar, and Andrew was like, all right. But the only reason he was like that is because he had to buy him a sax a little bit before for school, and he never played it. That's expensive. Instruments are expensive. And Andrew's a drummer. There's drums all over the house, so he's picking everything but the ones that are already in the house. So he was like, fine, I'll get you a guitar. He got him a guitar, like just a regular guitar, and Dylan played it the whole day. And then that night we were like going to Andrew's like a really good father. It's weird to talk about, but like he always went and checked on them, not tuck them in, but like, check on them in the middle of the night. So we were walking around, we looked in Max's room, then we went to Dylan's room, and Dylan was like playing the guitar in his sleep.
Wow.
It was so weird. I was like, oh my God. And he was literally like this. And then like a week or so later, I was picking him up from school, and I had Carlos Santana on. And I go, he goes, who's that? I go, it's Carlos Santana. And he's like, that's really good. And he turned it up a little bit. And I'm like, I'm sure your dad has the CD at home. And so we got there, we found it. He put it in, he played it one time. Then I'm making dinner, and Dylan starts playing it. Fucking perfect. And I'm like, I called Andrew. I go, hey, man, you got to come home. Your son's doing some crazy shit in the fucking living room. Like, I can't. That scared me. Because you see somebody so good like that just naturally picks it up. You're like, fuck.
And I was also going to mention that Max and Dylan also met Kobe Bryant and played basketball.
They certainly did. They might have teared up on that one, to be quite honest.
He was Kobe stayed with. It wasn't just a hello and goodbye. He hung out for quite some time, and they got autographs and played basketball. And I was going to bring that up.
And Max has a very funny story about playing basketball.
So let him know I'm apologetic and I'm sorry. I did want to talk to them. I was just doing the items of interest, and I'm sorry that it went south.
But again, as we're comics and we like to goof, and they're like, we're promoting something. Like Max took a shower. I didn't shower. I knew better. There's no way I would shower.
Did you shower, Redban?
Not for this.
No.
I'm the only one that showered.
I just
you
woke
and
up.
Max.
I woke up like a half hour before the podcast.
I had to get up early because they're fixing shit in my apartment. So I've been running around like a crazy person.
What are they fixing over there?
I don't know. Those Mexicans find all kinds of shit to fix, don't they? God bless them.
Well, at least you know it'll be fixed right. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They are just too much.
They were an hour and a half late, which is rare.
So this was episode.
Maybe they were Ecuadorians.
Maybe this is episode 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
11. It's a lucky number 11.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having me.
Do you anything else, Eleanor?
I would say go to my website, but it's down. I'm going to post things. I'm in Vegas next weekend with Dice, 2 weekends from now.
That's the Tropicana Hotel, Tropicana Las Vegas Laugh Factory at the Tropicana Hotel.
Yes, we're in Baltimore, Maryland. Just go on I'll put them up. Instagram, EJ Kerrigan.
And I want to thank Dylan and Max Silverstein for coming in. And
No One Cares is the name of their band. I'm not saying No One Cares what you say.
No, it's okay. The band is called No One Cares. Check it out. It's wonderful. It's a lot of sound coming out from two gentlemen. Thanks for everybody who was listening today. And say a prayer for everybody involved with the Kobe Bryant incident.
So sad.
And love somebody you don't know. See you.
Put me in with my friend. I don't care if my nose start bleeding.